Hi guys, Prepper Pam here. I'm going to be canning potatoes today. I got a big bag of them for 99 cents at our little store. I've already got them peeled and cut up, and they are in cold water with about a tablespoon of lemon juice. Now, I've cut them into French fries. So that way I'll be able to have, make French fries really quick instead of having to cut them and, all that stuff. They'll be on hand. And if they don't turn out as French fries, I can always, mash them up for mashed potatoes. So what you're going to do after you peel them and you put them in the cold water, you add the lemon juice, then you get another pan of water and you boil it. It has to be a full rolling boil. And you put the potatoes, you scoop them out, you put the potatoes in the pan with the rolling boil for 2 minutes. That is it. No more than 2 minutes. This is called blanching. Now, whether you make the chunks or whether you do French fries, it's always 2 minutes in a full rolling boil. Then you immediately take them out with your slotted spoon, and you put them in the jars, and then you cover them with with clean boiling water. So I've got this going also. So this water back here is going to be going into the jars over the potatoes. This one is for blanching. So you got your jars ready. I always do largemouth. I prefer largemouth. I really don't like the smallmouth. So, we'll see. Okay, so it's got to the full rolling boil, and I've got my seals. They're already boiled. They're just sitting there. I like to have the rubber on the seals a little moist. So what you're going to do is, and this is what I use. So you're just going to let them drain as much as you can, and then you're going to put them in for 2 minutes. And when you put them in, you're going to lose part of the rolling boil. You put them in any longer than 2 minutes, they're going to be soft. They're going to be really mush. This also, when you boil them for 2 minutes, it also helps take the starch out of them. Okay, should be about it. Okay, so since the water was already boiling, I'm going to start it for 2 minutes. Okay, the 2 minutes are up. So I'm just going to make sure I drain them really well. You don't want to cook them, you just want to blanch them to try to get most of the starch out. Just going to try and put a few in a couple jars. Make sure they all have about the same amount. Make sure I get them the same amount. Okay, so there's about the same amount, so now just do it again. Okay, now I have all the potatoes in the jars. I'm going to add the hot water. Don't go above the 1-inch mark on your jar, the rim. I've never cut them in French fries before, so This is going to be new to me and you. Okay, let me see here. Make sure I get enough in there to cover them. And when you go to cook them, you just drain them and dry them, and then you can put them in your fryer. You can fry the, make French fries out of them. Okay. Okay, so I wiped the rim of the jar off. I put the seals on and the rings. Now you can also add just a... Okay, so what I was trying to say before my camera went crazy was I was talking about salt. And as you can see here, I've already got these all done. You can add like a teaspoon or half a teaspoon of salt to each jar. That is not an option with me. We don't do that. It has nothing to do with helping preserve the potatoes. It has nothing to do with canning. Nothing, absolutely nothing. All it does is give more sodium into your body that you probably don't need. Also, if you don't blanch the potatoes, I would say about 1 inch on the bottom. If you don't blanch them, you will notice a thick white bunch of, looks like glue almost. It's white, it's icky. It's the starch. It's not going to hurt you. And if you do see that at the bottom of your jars, just when you go to use them, open the jar up and rinse them. Rinse the potatoes and then pat them dry before you put them in your pressure canner. But the starch at the bottom is not going to hurt you. It's not very pretty. But these are done and there's no starch because I blanched them for 2 minutes, no more than 2 minutes. And you can put them in your fryer, or you can bake, whatever you want to do with them. If you don't want to leave them as French fries, if you just want to cut them in squares, do that. So anyway, I've had a heck of a time making this video. It's very nerve-wracking. I haven't had anything going right for me today. So sorry if the video is kind of chopped up, but this is it. This is the potatoes. I made them into French fries. There's nothing in them but water. And if you guys have any questions, shoot me an email. I try to get to all the emails that I can, but my channel has just kind of gone crazy in the last like 2 months. So anyway, shoot me an email if you got any questions, and have an awesome day. Prepper Pam out.